Trump speeds up border wall after shock vid catches what refugees have been hiding there for months. Under the Obama administration, liberals pushed for illegals to flood into America unvetted and unchecked. The purpose of this is to fundamentally change the landscape of America by watering down our culture and language. The left desires to have open borders in order to destroy the country and then to usher in a new world order out of the chaos. Those plans were moving along quite nicely until Hillary Clinton lost the election to Donald Trump. During Trump's campaign, he promised that he would build a stronger border wall in order to thwart massive influx of illegal immigration. Of course, the left has been throwing a temper tantrum and attempting to stop the wall from being built. Now, a new video has emerged that may speed up those plans to build a wall after what was just discovered. America has been invaded by illegal immigrants and Muslim refugees in an attempt to destroy the country. There is already evidence of this happening and it is being demonstrated around the world, especially in Europe. These countries in their attempt to appear politically correct have allowed migrants to take over, and now the once beautiful landscape of Europe is being destroyed. Instead of the countries across Europe enforcing their immigration laws, they keep opening the door and then wonder why there is an increase of violence. However, they may rethink their policies after what was just caught on camera that is truly disturbing. A new video has emerged that shows a large number of African migrants celebrating shortly after arriving on the coast of Spain. Though what is important to note when watching this video is the obvious absence of women and children. Aren't these peaceful migrants supposed to be women and children escaping oppression? Well, that appears to be a lie as well. The clip depicts around 300 men shows going wild after crossing the Tarajal border and ran along the esplanade where they were held by security forces to be taken to the temporary immigrant shelter center. Also, if these people are so poor and destitute, why are they carrying smartphones? These migrants, refugees are able-bodied men crossing into Europe, and it would be safe to assume not for anything good. The fact of the matter is that only 1% of refugees arriving in Italy are actually refugees. Here is more about InfoWars. The numbers, obtained by Westminster via Eurostat, the official body tasked with provide statistical information to the institutions of the European Union, underscore how the true nature of the migrant crisis is being completely misrepresented by the press, left-wing groups and politicians. A paltry 1.4% of asylum seekers who arrived in Italy in the first 5 months of 2017 were from Syria, with just 845 Syrians applying for asylum out of 58,255 arrivals between January and May this year. Despite many of the migrants passing through Libya and the country being a war-torn mess since the overthrow of Gaddafi, just 0.36% of refugees are Libyan. Over 20% of the asylum claims are from Nigerians. Bangladeshis also accounted for over 9% of asylum claims, while Pakistanis accounted for 7.5% and migrants from the Gambia accounting for 7.9% of asylum requests. None of these countries are at war. Out of the entire 248,290 asylum claims received by EU countries so far this year, just 14% were from Syrians. This includes individuals who have fake identity papers and merely claiming to be Syrian to receive better treatment. To put that into context, the combined total of asylum seekers fleeing war in Syria and Libya is less than the combined total of those coming from Nigeria, Pakistan and, wait for it, Guinea, reports Westminster. The fact that the huge majority of migrants are not refugees but are abusing the generosity of Western nations in a bid to reach the welfare havens of Northern Europe is patently clear, yet the mainstream media has steadfastly refused to acknowledge it. According to the Institute for the Analysis of Multi-Ethnicity, ISM, 85% of asylum requests in Italy are from men, with only 4% from minors. Only 2.65% of those immigrating into Italy were awarded asylum status as refugees. The On-Hiker's own data shows that Nigerians make up nearly a fifth of the arrivals in Italy, followed by the nationals of Eritrea at 13% and then Sudan, Gambia, Ivory Coast, Guinea, Somalia, Mali, Senegal, and Bangladesh, again emphasizing how the refugees are not even from Libya, they're arriving from countries that are not at war. In the video below, we reveal how left-wing NGOs are communicating with criminal people smugglers to provide a virtual taxi service for migrants who are being picked up just off the coast of Libya and ferried to Italy. The majority of migrants and refugees are criminals and should not be allowed to waltz into any country unchecked. Now, of course, no one wants to see Europe being destroyed by liberal policies, but that is something they will have to fight against. However, in America, we need to push for the border wall and tougher vetting processes so that we can avoid the same fate as Europe. Share if you want President Trump's border wall to be built now. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe Breaking News 365 channel. Goodbye and see you again.